Shakira, and welcome to my new video diary.
How are you?
It's been non-stop for me since the last time you saw me here, and this time you're with me as things get even more hectic as I prepare to launch my new album, Oral Fixation 2, this time entirely in English. First off, you're with me as I arrive to London for a special 5-star performance of MTV Live. Then, it's straight to beautiful Lisbon, Portugal, where I perform live at the 2005 MTV European Music Awards. You'll get to see how it was all put together, and I even get you in backstage at the EMAs. And the best part is, I don't go home empty-handed. So come along as I share with you my new fixation. This is the diary of Shakira. October 30th, 2005. This journey starts off in London at midnight as I was arriving from Copenhagen. So after 20 days of non-stop work or non-existent rest, I arrived to London to prepare my first MTV 5-star performance. I only had one day of rehearsal before the day of the performance, so I was a little nervous about how things were going to come out. It's kind of intriguing, you know, to do a song for the first time live. You never know what's going to happen. My time was consumed that week in so much of the other stuff. I've been working until 7 o'clock in the morning every night. That, you know, I was ready for whatever was going to happen that day, you know. The show was going to start at 8 o'clock London time, meaning it had to be 8 o'clock. And I had to go over so many things that I sort of wanted to split the job between Cici and I, Cici, my manager. And the only time we had available was in the car.
So, spot on Tim.
I need Mike to bring him a chair before leaving. Just don't know if I can perform in tennis shoes. I've never done it. You talked to him about the colors I like?
Yep.
So I'm going to be already set on stage. He should review me, so he should keep everything pretty dark. I gave her the instructions to talk to the lighting director and the camera director about certain things that I wanted to make sure were taken care of, while I could discuss other aspects with my band.
Shakira fast!
Since the first moment I arrived, I felt great vibes. And I knew something told me inside me that it was going to be a fantastic night. Hello, baby.
How are you?
I'm good. Oh, this feels
Cool place,
good.
huh?
That was really
Nice, right?
Can we take this place everywhere?
Let's just travel with the place.
Can we travel with the place everywhere? Can we travel
With this place?
Put this on a train.
You like this?
Can you start working on that, Mike?
Yes.
For the performance, I was looking for a very 70s sort of look. As far as lighting. Make my fantasy become a reality.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll always remember you for that. We had very little time for rehearsal, for sound check.
I started punching and then okay, ready go.
I'm usually not a person who likes to choreograph to the detail every move I do on stage. But I like to have a certain guide, a certain staging reference of what I'm gonna do, what times I should work more the right side of the stage and what times I should work more the left side of the stage or the center, and so on. But I didn't really count on physical days or hours to do that. And this was gonna be the first time I was gonna be performing these songs ever, and I felt a little intrigued about how this was gonna develop.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
I had related to all of my songs in an intellectual and sort of emotional way, but never in a physical level. And this was gonna be the first time I was gonna physically interact with my own songs. Fittings are not my favorite thing in the world. I think I've said that before.
This is a fitting station. Standing like a mannequin for
8 to 9 hours straight.
And this time, I was under such time pressure that, of course, there was not going to be any time for fitting. So I remember talking to my boyfriend on the phone and telling him how worried I was about not knowing what I was going to wear.
That's even so cute on you.
You know, I was just a couple of hours away from the performance.
Let me show you what I was going to do. I'm just going to tie a knot here.
And I hadn't made up my mind about that. And he said to me, please, go with your tennis shoes. Just wear the green pants that you love so much and a t-shirt. I love you when you're like that, when you don't put yourself in a costume.
I like this. So this is so good. Yeah.
So yes, I messed up twice. This is really strange to hear.
That one line.
I actually liked messing up that day.
You think you know, but you have no idea.
Shakira, te amo.
Number 1, make sure your heart safe.
Right before a performance, I need to warm up my vocals. I need to be by myself for at least 5 minutes, which this time wasn't possible because it was all so hectic and there were so many people around me. I literally didn't have any physical time with myself. So yes, I messed up twice. The first time I forgot the lyrics of Costume Makes the Clown.
So I think I'm going to repeat that one if you don't want it. Is that okay?
And even though I write my own lyrics, it was more than logical that I would forget them because I just had one day of rehearsal and it was the first time I ever sang that song live. And then the second time I messed up, I think the band started without me because I was having a sip of tea. And I'm like, wait for me, let's do it again. This is really strange to hear from a perfectionist in recovery like I am.
I did it again. That one line.
I actually liked messing up that day. I was so relaxed. I played so much with the audience. It's like you've broken the chains that you sometimes self-impose. And that's how I felt. I felt free. It was a true performance in which I really felt a connection with the audience. And I hope they felt the same way. I had a blast on the stage. I think it was a good experience, a good performance. People seemed to enjoy it. So right after the show, I didn't have that much time to relax. In fact, I just counted on a few minutes to discuss how the show went with my manager, my team, my friends.
Oh, let's do it again. That was great. I loved it. I loved it. Don't bother. And then I went to have a sip of tea. Yeah. Or water. And then the song started. I'm like, wait.
Right after that, I went to meet some fans and people who came straight from Japan and even people from the company.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm for Sony Music.
And right after I went home and slept for 13 hours until the following day.
Te quiero, Shakira.
November 1st, 2005. At 11 o'clock of the following morning, I flew from London straight to Lisbon, where the European VMAs are taking place.
We arrived like an hour and a half ago.
I went straight from the airport to the rehearsal place. and I'm getting ready to do my sound check. For the MTV performance, we always had this idea of getting a smashed car to sort of resemble the story in the video. Don't bother. But as soon as I got there, I noticed the car wasn't crashed enough.
Not totally destroyed. They're not finished. They're gonna crush it up a little bit, right?
They wanted me to start the performance standing on the hood of the car. But to me, it seemed a little bit too 80s looking. Nothing wrong with the 80s. I'm a big fan of the 80s period.
I like the car, and I think it's best when Shakira's on it, but I mean, obviously, it's you guys' call.
It just didn't look like a strong statement. It just looked like something that wouldn't be impactful enough.
Can't open this though.
So I had the idea of just starting the performance from inside the car.
That's one thought. I don't know if it works for camera. I don't know if it's from the stage point of view.
Okay.
It might be good for camera, not good for the people who are there.
Yeah.
I just thought that was the non-obvious way to go. Also, I felt that the stage plot, the way it was laid out, was basically too spread out. I just wanted to look like a smaller sort of band, you know? So we wouldn't look like a swing band. So I had to do a few changes to achieve that. Like, for example, eliminating one of the risers. Actually, the one where Olgi, my background and keyboard player, was on.
I'll put Olgi on the side, right?
Yeah. And have her right on the floor with us.
Can we just move to the wings, please, so the cameras can get a clear view of the band and Shakira?
I think it worked out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a little worried because we didn't have that much time on the stage to rehearse all of the variables. They practically kicked me off the stage because they were a little running late, and it's understandable, but it just puts me in a bad mood to be kicked out of my element. And now that we're doing the beginning inside the car, we have to really figure it out how I'm gonna come out, make sure that no one's gonna get hurt. I finally got back to the hotel and I had to do one of those fittings that I love so much. Okay, this is the nice part of the fitting session, which is when I can go eye shopping for stuff that I haven't paid for.
Es espectacular, ¿no?
The boring part is
It's
it's about to happen, right? When I start trying stuff on. She's been hanging out for a week here, waiting for me to give her 1 hour of my time to try some clothes on. I'm always escaping from her.
Turn again, one more time for me. It looks beautiful.
You see, look.
Is it across the toe? Okay.
That was half an hour right there on one dress.
Yeah, it took me about 3 hours and a half to go through all the clothes that the stylist had brought from LA.
Nice, baby.
Yeah.
Just t-shirts, this, Holy
She's a really sweet girl and I like her work very much, and it was actually a successful fitting. Okay guys, so I still have tons more to go and a little clothes to try on. And I haven't found my outfit yet. It could be this one, but I don't know yet. So I'll see you tomorrow.
And the winner is
Not even my sweetest dreams.
Shakira!
I was just so surprised, I just couldn't believe it. And 2 minutes before I went on stage, guess what?
Where's Jean? I ruined this. I ruined my backpack.
You think you know, but you have no idea. November 2nd, 2005.
Good morning.
I have a very busy day ahead of me, like 7 hours of interviews non-stop. Hey,
See you again.
how are you?
Thank you very much for your time today.
This is the first time I'm gonna be actually explaining what this new album is all about.
What sort of things are you thinking about when you're kind of going through that whole performance thing?
I am very shy, and probably the only place on earth when I really feel uninhibited is the stage. I have to go into a lot of details. I wanted to attribute to Eve one more reason for her to bite the forbidden fruit. But it's actually a good, interesting exercise. Basically, I'm saying that Eve was also orally fixated, as I am.
Ready.
Stephanie! It was so nice to meet Stephanie.
Hi. Hey. Thanks so much. You look good. Look, the hair and everything.
every time I have an encounter of this nature with a fan, it just reminds me what this is all about.
Would you draw me a picture?
Draw you a picture?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I did your eyes too far apart.
No, don't say wow. That's not a masterpiece.
One time a girl approached me and told me that my music was the soundtrack of her life.
Ay, amor, fue una tortura perderte.
And it just made me realize what a beautiful job I have. To see you in my concert?
Yeah,
Cool.
I hope so.
So it's nice to see you and to meet you.
Okay.
Music is very, very important to me. It just gets us through life.
I'll promise that when you play in Cologne, I will take her to the concert.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't forget?
Yeah, I won't forget.
Don't forget.
I won't.
All right.
I just say it once. See you later.
November 3rd, 2005. So today is the day of the EMAs. Oh my God. I'll be performing tonight. I have 2 nominations and I'm very excited about the show itself because it's going to be very solid.
Yeah, we're coming now.
Let's go.
I think it's going to be a thrilling time. I think there's a few challenges ahead of me for today.
Oh, nice.
I'm still a little concerned about that car situation.
Are they running on time?
I just don't want it to look too gimmicky.
Wants to be by herself.
I'm really excited, but also a bit nervous because I was kicked out of the stage last time. So I was promised I would have 2 run-throughs today, which is a good thing. And I want to make sure that I'm perfectly lit so people don't miss the beginning. So let's see how it goes.
Something slippery on the floor.
Well, yeah, it's just dust from the car opening and shutting so much.
I did my dress rehearsal and I feel that we're ready to go.
That way.
So now I'm about to do the red carpet and they tell me I only count on 10 minutes because I have to be seated by the time the show starts.
And now, Shakira.
But I want to talk to everyone, of course, because there's journalists from all over the world. From Dubai to Germany to Croatia to France.
Sorry, I gotta get into my seat. Thank you, guys. She did everything. Every freaking thing. Like,
We have a few. We have a few waiting for you.
I was nominated with Gwen Stefani, Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey, Missy Elliott. I mean, come on. Not even in my sweetest dreams, I was gonna imagine or think that I was gonna get that award.
And the winner is
When John Legend mentioned my name,
Shakira.
it was like music to my ears. I was just so surprised. I just couldn't believe it. I think it's the first time in history a Hispanic woman with a Spanish song gets nominated in an event like this and wins. When I got the award, everybody was like jumping up and down. I mean, everybody, when I say everybody, I say Kathy. Helena, my manager. You know, the people who accompany me and my musicians. It was just such an exciting moment.
let's go. We have to go, though. We have to go.
I never expected that I would get this award.
So we're like,
Watching the show just makes me nervous. You know what I mean? I just want to be here.
But
and
I mean, it's unbelievable.
pray that everything will come out okay.
I was watching.
Like 10 minutes before my performance, I had said to Gene, the monitors guy, hey, do you have a spare backpack in case this one breaks? And he said, yeah, I got one, don't worry. And 2 minutes before I went on stage, guess what?
Where's Gene? I ruined this. I ruined my backpack.
And I was looking desperately for Gene.
Should I just go meet him?
Yeah.
Should just go meet him. Let's go fast.
Luckily, I found him. And he did have, in fact, a spare backpack. So we replaced it and I was ready to go on stage. I did my performance and it went great. I didn't trip. I didn't have any accident on stage. Nothing showed up. The audience was great. I had fun and they told me that they liked it. I know my people who were around me told me that it was all fine. So now I'm going to continue traveling the world, setting up the release of my album Oral Fixation Volume 2, which will come out at the end of November. And right after that, I'm planning to go to India for a UNICEF trip. And in a couple of months, I'll be preparing my world tour. So know that I'll see you all soon.
So this is it, the end of my diary, and I couldn't end it on a higher note and with the best company. Thank you so much for having done this journey with us. See ya.